Hi there, I'm Vaya, and welcome to Cooking Companions. Now, all I know about this game is that it's a psychological horror, and my friend wanted me to play it really, really bad. So, here we are. Okay, warning, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Do you wish to continue? Sure. Grigor or Gregor? That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water. It really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. I can't wait to... TA? A... Achoo! I'm sorry, everyone. It must be the dust. Get those allergies under control, Maria. As if that's possible. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure a little elbow grease, we can make this cabin shine. So, are you volunteering to clean, Gregor? No. Not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's gather up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Maria from dying due to this dust. Hey! Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karen. She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Thanks, Anatoly. I think I'll go foraging outside. With over 150 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds, there's bound to be a treasure up here. Roughing it is fun. Anatoly knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. I think the slime molds will be the most delicious. Most certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous, Anatoly? I could figure that out. You can be the canary in the coal mine, Anatoly. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. They won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Number 1 is... Anatoly! Oh yeah, sorry Maria. Get carried away again. I'll help Anatoly look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals. If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we've brought. You mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Anatoly and Maria are getting the food. Gregory is gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. Very excited to try your cooking. Alright, everyone. Let's go work while there's still sunlight. Later. Okay, so we're the cook. Maria, Anatoly, Gregor. The 3 exit the cabin, leaving you and Karen alone. I think Anatoly put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. Tutorial. To save the game, right-click or hit the escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. This menu will also allow you to adjust volume levels or exit the title screen to view unlockables. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving will remove progress you've made. Be sure to save! Oh, shoot. I am a spastic saver. That's not good for me. Do you have any experience making meals? Of course. Duh. Is that so? Looking at you, I think you'd be good at serving up food poisoning. Right? Uh-oh. It looks like Karen will remember that. Anyways. Going to check out the living room. Let's talk later. Did I do something bad already? Karen heads to the living room and starts dusting a little bit. You decide to look around the kitchen to find the ingredients for the meal tonight. You never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. Oh gosh. Why not give it a try? That area you want to search first. Oh, what area? Okay. Behind the woodpile. There's nothing but cobwebs back here. Thankfully no spiders. You look at the woodlogs closer. This is just a pile of Norway spruce. Okay, cupboards. The first few cupboards are empty. Until must have put the supplies somewhere else. The cupboards. You check the cupboards again. Just some mouse turds and cobwebs. Okay. You check the drawers on the left. Just some dirty knives. You check the drawers above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing on this one. Maybe Karen will find it appetizing? You check the drawers above the wood pile. Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might.
Wee! Cabbage!
It is freaking adorable. Chumpets, sound off!
Onion!
Never fear, Onion is here. Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion.
Raspberry!
Always merry, raspberry.
Oh, yeah?
What do you do? Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping.
Hee-ha-hi-ha!
Or the Chompettes. Why talk with those boring humans?
Yes, manana!
All they have to give you is drama. Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook. Ooh! We'll share with you our secret Chompette recipes. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef. You can find unlocked recipes in the main menu under Extra. But be sure to save the game. To celebrate, let's find your first recipe card. Oh, here's your first recipe card.
Cabbage!
A roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate. Meat free.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever want to talk, just come to the drawer. Chompettes!
Hoo-hoo!
Let's move out. Huh. Cabbage rudely slams the drawer closed. You wonder if what you just saw was real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state. Me too! But only slightly. Hey, did you find the supplies? You shake your head. Anatoly lied. He actually put them in the bedroom. Idiot. Here you go. You got the emergency supplies. Okay. Thank you, Karen. Karen leaves you alone. You start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. With what? Tonight's entree, vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you can get about 10 minutes. The onions are tender and translucent. Perfect. You next mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Wait, aren't we like lost in the woods? Like, how are we getting all this stuff? Hours pass. I doubt that kind of stuff would be in like emergency supplies, right? We're back! More firewood than you'll ever need. We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty. Anatole is burying the lead. We saw a red deer. Maria spotted it. Yeah, that's great. Anyways. Killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer. Yeah! This should come as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here. Oh. 160? Don't worry, Maria. I'm sure they were all in the bathroom or something. No. Almost all of them were near the couch. Yeah. I was going to sleep on the couch. That's where 16 of them were. I'm not sleeping on that couch then. And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Maria. I can sleep anywhere, so I'll sleep in the rocking chair. I'll sleep with one eye open, just in case any of them swarm the couch. Thanks, Rigger. Karen and Anatoly, you two take the bedroom. Thanks, big guy. Joke's on you, Gerger. I always planned on taking one of the beds. Hey, Anatoly? I snore louder than a lumberyard. Sweet dreams, champ. You turn back to your bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. This tastes pretty good. We cooked vegetable stew. You set a table and ask everyone to dig in. Oh wow, this smells delicious. Thank you. You must be a world-class chef. Karen takes a bite. It's bland as hell. Karen! Tastes like every other vegetable stew I've ever had. So generic. Could probably use some meat next time. Gross. For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Fragaria Vesca, also known as strawberries, for some jam. Oh, he's that kind of nerd. Oh no. Nobody cares, Pipsqueak. Yeah, same Karen. Everyone laughs at Karen's polite ribbing. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. This could very well be the best day you've ever had. You go to bed stuffed. Day 0. Okay. Day 1. Neat. Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, I didn't even need a blanket. Oh, she looks dead inside. What time is it? About 1 hour until dawn. Oh. Will you two pipe down? Trying to sleep over here. Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better to get a head start on gathering food. I honestly can't see the trees outside right now. Gregor? Did you see any spiders last night? There was a small one in the bathroom. Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. Maria turns a little pale. Karen's messing with you, Maria. Let's find some more wild sorrel today. Oh, let's find more than wild sorrel today. Okay. Ugh. If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy? Anthony's herbalism book started that there's many more species of plants to eat out here. Let's leave the fish alone. You know, I'm not into meat. That's a shame. I had to wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Karen. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe I'll see more red deer today. That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Haha. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries? I love blackthorn berries. Huh. Haha. We'll be back later. Can you watch out our stuff today? You nod. Thank you. Thanks. Don't steal anything, okay? You nod. What's there to steal? Maria, Natalie, and Gregor and Karen leave the cabin with a hop to their step. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of trumpets to keep you company. Each day you'll be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. Okay. You only get one choice, but then the day will end. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today? Check out the bedroom. That's interesting. Karen and Natalie kept the room pretty clean. Only one of them made their bed. Who still makes their bed? You look underneath one of them. You found some extra emergency supplies. Put it back! Karen's gonna kill us. You decide to look through them and start planning your next meal. Oh no, Karen's gonna kill us. Oh, she looks happy. We're back. Knock it off, Maria. It's pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not. Only the big guy would be so scared of. Shut up. You don't understand? I don't think anyone understands, Gregor. It was just a marmot. Marmot? Gregor, not a monster. What is a marmot? Maria laughs so hard your ears ring. Bah-ha-ha-ha. Okay. Pipe down. Holy moly. Tears are rolling down Maria's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop Maria from hyperventilating? Absolutely not. One less mouth to feed, right? That's mean? You don't get it. It's pretty personal. Then please explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable. Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin. Quite a selection of berries. We also found more wild sorrel. Is it going to be enough for a good meal? Everyone is looking at you for an answer. You decide to do an inventory of all available ingredients. It takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty, cabbage rolls. You first bring a large pot of water to a boil. You let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine some cooked rice, onion, an egg, salt and pepper, alongside with some tomato sauce. Use your hands to mix thoroughly, and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. This dish kind of sounds like my absolutely favorite dish ever, torta caposta, but it's made with pickled cabbage. It's great. And you mix like meat together. Okay, nobody cares. Shut up. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves. You then roll them up and tie a string around them so they stay in one piece. You place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture over the top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. You reduce the heat to low and let the cabbage rolls simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with the liquid. Ooh, that looks great. You cooked cabbage rolls! Yay! Maria looks optimistic. Karen looks skeptical. Anatoly looks curious. Gregor looks thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. That's pretty darn good. Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself. I think the vegetables too tasted better, but I'm loving how tender the cabbage is. The sauce is pretty red. Did you use fresh tomatoes for it? It really adds to it. Spoon some liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later. Incredible. It's definitely growing on me. Thanks again for cooking. This really was something special. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do, of course. Uh-oh, what's going on? Not happening. You settle in and go to bed? Everyone goes to bed full. Tomorrow will be another great day. I'm gonna have to save really soon because I'm scared. Yeah, let me save. Let me save right now. I don't feel good. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Again, Gregor? Can't you let us sleep in? Not today. Why? Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Gregor's also correct. I can't read that word. Is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk of flooding. It would be foolish not to go out and look for food today. You really think it will flood? Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Karen! There's nothing to worry about. I think Gregor is right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt us to prepare for the worst. Huh. I think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Natalie. Let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it has better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes, and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Let me help, little guy. Natalie and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Maria and Karen are still hanging around. Unfortunately, in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Oh, shoot. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? Ah, shit. From the two, I like Karen more. Hey! This paper nailed to the wall looks pretty ancient. What were the old days like? What? Extremely brutal. Oh, really? You'll have to share the details with me later. Okay? Karen will not be able to stomach your stories. But you still agree you'll tell her the details later. Karen will definitely remember that. Oh no. Oh, shoot, I'm scared. You hear a shot from the other room. Gregor and Natalie come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. Alright, everyone. We have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. Why am I the one always left here? Why can't I go with them? The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. What? What's that noise? It sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Sounds like a radio? Like a busted radio? Yeah. Ah, radio? What's going on with that radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. Seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. I got this strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? I would like to... I'm very curious about the basement. Let's go there now. Your imagination runs wild, staring at the basement door. You try opening and closing the deadbolt, just in case. You mill around until the others return. What? Maria's back early today. Hey. The others are still looking for food outside. I don't know if they found some berries, but nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. But I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers and we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if there's a big storm and we get stuck here. Maria seems disappointed in your inventory management. Can you try cooking with a little less evening? You nod. Thank you. Why is she smiling at me like that? You've done such a great job with meals so far. You're very sweet. Is Maria blushing a little bit? Maria will remember that. Okay. Maybe you can teach me how to cook sometime? You nod. Looking forward to it. Hey, you could hold cooking classes here someday. Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. Don't be so down, everyone. We get tons of good berries. Jam is so bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar? You shake your head sadly. Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Karen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. You missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on your way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect the sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome. You're such an optimist, big guy. We must have walked a few miles today. Gorgeous sights. You could even see snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You looked from person to person, trying to determine who it was. It was definitely Maria. Maria, I recognize that sound from anywhere. Guilty! Maria looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. You search your minds for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust? Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering at the answer. Maria's face lights up. I got it! Is it hunger? Correct. Yeah, I was going to guess that. So, what's at the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. You crush the berries into a small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. You cooked raspberry jam and bread. The bread's a little tough. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But this homemade jam is to die for. Haha. Sorry. Oh, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Maria! Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal. But it's got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and hands off to sleep. Go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Uh-oh. Damn. Scared. Something is writing on your back, and it's becoming a nuisance. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. You try almost everything, but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall to your knees. You lean back, trying to submerge the thing underneath the waters. But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to the shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake up in a cold sweat. If there was anything in the screen after I finished reading, um, I couldn't see it because I was closed. I closed my eyes because I'm scared. Wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep. What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. Try to fall asleep, but it's so loud. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Dot. I'm so scared of looking at it. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is louder than a sawmill. You find it very loud and very distracting. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. Anatoly sounds petrified. I looked around the door and we are completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailor's take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow? You can't steal big guy's optimism, Karen. Why the hell not? That's all he has going for him. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Knock it off, you two. Maria, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% of chance of it clearing up tomorrow. How does she know? Yeah, based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book of local levels for the last 20 years in the living room. Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it? Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yeah. That bookshelf has some great books on artisan crafting and natural resources. Sciences. Why let them sit there, gathering dust? How do you arrive at the 27% of chance of it clearing up? It's easy. Take the time of year, multiply it by a factor of... Maria begins to explain the meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to where... So the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explanation feel like hours. You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Maria. So intently he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eye drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Maria finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd. Maria, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. Anatoly turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Wouldn't it be like really easy to find like drowned animals in a flood like this? And like those will be kind of fresh, so people could eat meat, no? Me too. It looks like we have enough leftover berries from more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. You get out some crusty bread and get to work on making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the Chompettes.
Hello.
Hello! Don't worry. As leader of the Chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us.
Onion.
None of the humans? Are we not human? The big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about us. Haha. Are your plans going to awry? Got another cornbread classic for ya. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now a toast. That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her no.
Raspberry.
Raspberry milkshake. Yeah. You let an audible groan. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. Ha ha ha. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year?
Raspberry.
Of course.
Onion.
Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompettes stick together through thick and thin. Are we a Chompette?
Raspberry.
Rain or shine. Feast and famine. Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again. Life or death. That's right. Chompettes. Move out. The Chompettes somehow managed to close the drawer on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Karen interrupts you as you bring the food. Took you long enough. Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Karen is right. What the hell is the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. You think this is enough? For 5 of us? Wait, we can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Anatoly, will merge spores give us food poisoning? I'm no scientist. Sorry. Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, but this will have to last us another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. It looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, or it's more than we had when we left Ukraine. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. She'll clear up if we just give it a chance. Natalie, where are you getting that information from? One of the books in the bookshelf about climate here. You're illiterate, so that is definitely a lie. I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying. I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think that he's smart. But I can tell he's just staring at the page, faking it. What do you think? Oh boy. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Oh shoot. Okay, if I'm guessing whoever I side with is gonna like me or / won't run away. So right now, I mean, she, they are the brains. He's the muscle, so I'm gonna have to go with Karen. You're funny. I keep pretending with those books, Anatoly. Brutal, Karen. I found an old picture book in the living room, Anatoly. Let me know if you want it, small fry. Karen! Karen smiles at you. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah, sure. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 6 minutes later. Oh shoot, hi. I'm glad you called out Anatoly's bluff. You continue to impress. It's a shame Anatoly is sleeping in the same bedroom. I should never let him be the one to share with me. What if it was just me and you? I'm sure we could try and study and squeeze a few novels in before bed. You nod. Well, we'll have to see if we can kick him out at some point, right? Oh, you'll have to tell me about that anatomization book on the bookshelf. Really cool pictures in there. Karen looks like she has a crush on you. Let me know if you're ever free for a lesson. Okay? Sure, buddy. Karen walks away, looking very happy. You're definitely sure Karen will remember that. Ooh. Okay. So that was a relationship thing. Okay. I guess it's better to have like a stronger relationship with one person than equal. I don't know. Get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to sleep very hungry. No nightmare? You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer could run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No! It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Natalie. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Anatoly leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone goes to a separate area. Karen in the bedroom, Gregory in the living room, Maria in the kitchen, and Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Let's speak with Karen. Looks like she's just slicing away a block of wood. Hey, can I let you in on a secret? Yeah. I've actually enjoyed your cooking so far. The others expect me to be rude and mean. But I have to keep that reputation up, right? Can't have anyone thinking I'm soft. You're not sure where this is coming from. Promise me you'll give me some cooking lessons soon. Okay? She's not ready yet, but you nod politely. Thank you. You're definitely sure Karen will remember that. What? Okay. You leave Karen by herself. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Wish the rain would just stop. You're all doing great. We must be almost at the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry. Me too. You are too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. Oh, shoot. You go to bed with a growling stomach. You have a strange... No, not again. A boy's yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray. Huh? But he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. What? You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage. And he pushes you into the oven. Are we the witch of the forest? Or something? As the stench of a burning hair fills up your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh, jeez. Oh, I did not like that. No. Nope, not at all. Nope, nope. Why were my eyes open this time? Oh, oh horrible. Horrible. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them awake all night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms and legs. Maria looks petrified. I can sleep. Anatoly has bags under his eyes. The storm is too loud. Karen looks out of it. What's going on? The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gaunt. I got a good look out the window. And? Couldn't see anything due to the rain. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. I kept pacing around my bed. Karen turns to you. When is it going to end? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keeps rising. Unfortunately, we're going to need you to stay put. We're going to need to stay put, not need you, okay? Unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. As soon as the water lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Did you have a map on you? Oh my god. I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Hahaha. Not funny, dude. Maria and Anatoly go Vita's sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? Well, I have to ride out the storm. Maria looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. It will clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on a fake optimism and Maria is having trouble. Which one do you want to speak to today? Maria. But it's cold as hell over here. I'm surprised Gregor isn't freezing to death at night. How does he do it? You explain to Maria how the size of a person and fat content determine how warm they are naturally. Wish I was as big as Gregor. But to be honest, I don't need to be that tall to make difference in the world. Do you know what he wanted to do for a career? Maria does her best Gregor impression. Split firewood and gaze at the stars. That's really cute, actually. How boring is that? Shut up, Maria. Depends on the person, but pretty boring. You're so funny. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me. Maria blushes a little. You make it easier to pass that time. Thank you. You're pretty sure Maria will remember that? Mayhaps. You thank her and leave the bedroom. You call everyone together. They all look grim. You cut the tension in the room with a knife. You could. Okay. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. Bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch. And slowly, all 5 of you tear it apart, like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Karen is the first to eat hers. She chews each bite a few hundred times before swallowing. Anatoly chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once he finishes each bite. Maria nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor. Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. The group thanks you awkwardly. Shit. It's not much fun. But you've run out of options. What? You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. Wait, hang on. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. It's still flooding. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or 2, right? Actually, it can occur more than 215 days a year here. Do you really think it will rain that long? Natalie, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. But you need to survive. Karen and Gregor begin to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Maria in the kitchen? Or Anatoly in the living room? Hey. Maria looks relieved to see you. What? We didn't even talk. Did we? Oh, how are you holding up? Better question, how are you holding up? Not very good. That's very sweet of you to ask. Maria is looking at you intently. She gets a little closer to you. I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. Usually I have to pick it out of foods others make. But you respected that. Thank you. Maria is looking at you with admiration. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks again. You're definitely sure Maria will remember that. More? Okay. Sheesh. You decide to check out the drawer again. It's the potato only. Yes, the potato where the others are. I'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They connect all over the cabin. Must have been some mouse that created them. Or something worse. Anyways, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Things are going to get worse from here on out. I have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. You realize some drool is leaking out of your mouth. Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. You just get deathly sick if you tried. And from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure for basic survival this week. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. With floodwaters rising and no food now, I think it would be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that will determine if you live or die. Age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I think you'll survive a little longer than the others. The Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you needed to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produces a number called the basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Stay with me here. Oh, jeez. Got it? No. For fun. Let's try it on someone else. Maria. She looks like she's 120 pounds? Well, 5 feet, 5 inches. About 20 years old. Crunching the numbers. I think she'd need about 1,388 calories daily. But that's being abnormally stationary. You'd have to lay in bed all day and night, just eating, breathing, and using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. If she was being very active, let's say swimming through the floodwaters, we'd need to multiply that 1,388 calories by 1.9. So now she needs 2,638 calories per day. That's quite a difference, especially if you didn't ration the food properly. Which you didn't. I guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully, we'll never have to speak again. Okay? Shut the drawer. Going over the numbers again. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Maria! I used to swim all the time near my house, so I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No! Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Well, Guy, let me go. Gregor, sounds good to me. Karen! His arms are definitely the longest, so he'd probably be the best at climbing trees out of all of us. No, that wouldn't be right. Gregor, let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones. But we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a bunch of branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to consensus, let's try for it. We'll each pick one from my hand. And the shortest will go outside to search for food. Oh boy. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths. You can tell which is the biggest one of the bunch. You pick it. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly? Karen? Will it be... Looks like I've got the shortest. Maria. It's okay. Shit, man. I watched Anatoly forage earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. Maybe you'll find a fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen? Anatoly? Gregor? I'll keep us alive. I promise. You promised. Everyone watches as Maria leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. Shit. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Maria left the cabin. Karen. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun has completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You get ready for bed and easily pass out. Not again. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into an oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel your hands on your shoulders. Both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair causes you to throw up on the embers. Can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door of the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods, your burns still chilled in the wind. Your guest looks behind her, and her eyes widen when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fury rips trees out by their roots, soil from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Their stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun, golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you, creating a chasm of the fire below. You fall in the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake up in a cold sweat. Holy moly. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Miria. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karen, how long? It's been almost a day since she left. They look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karen. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karen, I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now. I never should have eaten that much. I'm... Karen's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly are just not in agreement. I don't even need her to elaborate. You're sure Maria will make it back? She promised. Everyone retreats to their areas. What do you want to do today? Talk with Karen. Hey. You don't have to lie to me. I know Maria's not coming back. I don't know where she came up with her being the best swimmer. I guess the only one that would know would be Anatoly. Last summer, Anatoly would watch her swim from shore. He could have been a lifeguard, such a good swimmer. She never went under, but if she did, he would have pulled her out easily. Why would she lie about something like that? Karen seems deep in thought. Maybe it's better to leave her alone. You close the door softly. I can't stop thinking about the vegetables too. It would be fine. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just the strawberries. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. You would, too. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly, but you dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake up in a cold sweat. In a completely different room. Oh shit. Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? Oh. You take a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... The three are looking at you, salivating. They take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely hidden, so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Anatoly runs in the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns, looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Yeah, that's Maria, I'm pretty sure. Anatoly takes the cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karen leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? I don't really want to talk to Anatoly right now. Hey! Thanks for cooking the meat earlier. I was nearly passing out from the hunger pangs. Even if I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, I appreciate the vegetarian dishes you made earlier. You really respected Maria's boundaries. Thank you. Gregory's more dense than you gave him credit for. Eh. If there's extras, slip me some extra meat, okay? Oh boy. Going to see how Anatoly is doing. Later. You have the bedroom all to yourself. Where do you want to check first? The floorboard. You notice a bone sticking out. Is it a human bone? Nope, chicken bone. Gross. Onion? Don't be a crybaby. It's just me.
Onion!
Onion.
Boy!
I was just playing with some of the toys in his drawer.
Onion!
You're far too old to be playing with any of them. You're never too old for toys. Anyways, need to attend the secret trumpet meeting.
Boy!
Smell you later. Onion bounces out of the bedroom. The drawer has various children's toys in it. What's this? June 26th, 1862. Another body of a child has been discovered within the city of Zakopane, with the remains stuffed into a barrel full of potatoes. The cause of death was identical to earlier victims, with significant blood loss due to multiple stab wounds to the stomach. This marks the fourth victim by the butcher of Zakopane in less than a month. Yeesh. You take the bloody newspaper with you. Hours pass. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. Eating will just make them hungrier. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. And I think I'm gonna call this part right here. Because it's been a very, very, very long recording. So, if you want to hang around and continue the series with me, feel free to subscribe. And holy moly, if you're still here, then thanks, I guess. See you later. Bye.